some heavy flooding rains around the Manila area and really the NCR, extending up towards places like Region 1 there in northwestern Luzon, due to that enhanced southwesterly flow with a tropical wave moving over the Philippines, causing, not only the heavy rainfall, but in the poor drainage areas, especially in Manila, that water backing up quickly and sewage coming out of the drains here. I mean, not stuff you want to end up in, I'll tell you that. But some people saying this is some of the heaviest they've seen in non-tropical related in some time here in the Manila, and I can tell you the images I'm seeing are incredible. Do stay out of these floodwaters, though. I mean, they can have diseases, like I said, sewage backing up. Of course, you don't want to drive through it, things like that. But what's causing all of that rain? That's the big question. A few of you've had. Well, you take a look at the broader picture. We do have a couple areas we're keeping an eye on. We have an Invest 95W. It's located just towards north of Guam. I'm going to have a separate video on that guy. But we also have that enhanced southwesterly flow, a little bit of a tropical wave moving over the Philippines here. And that tropical wave really just helped increase that instability for our afternoon showers into north and western Luzon. We'll get a little bit of a closer view here of what we're talking about. And here's the deal. This is moving from the southeast towards the north and west. So we're seeing these afternoon showers today with those, or I say today, Saturday, with those thunderstorms really flaring up over Manila. Now, this whole trough is going to move north. I don't anticipate it developing into anything organized, but look at this by Tuesday heading into Wednesday. That flow in an enhanced monsoon almost tries to set up here, and that's really going to increase those showers once again for Manila, Pangasinan, Subic as well, through Tuesday, Wednesday, and also into Thursday. You're still looking at afternoon thunderstorms. Not from an organized system per se, but more of this kind of southwesterly monsoonal flow setting up, resulting in totals that could be upwards of 50 to 100 millimeters of total precipitation. So can't stress enough, know that information from your official sources, but also be sure to watch out for those heavy rainfall advisories. Those were in place for Manila. They're not signal force warnings. They don't get the height that the heavy rainfall warnings get, but they're definitely worth just having notifications set for or anything like that. I wish I could make an app to set these notifications for the Philippines. Oh my goodness. It just, the way the data gets pushed out by Pagasa, it's kind of tough. If anybody from Pagasa or any coders are out there and you think that you know what you're doing with that, I would love to work together, because I think those heavy rainfall alerts being geolocated pushed to your phone, or even just broadly, would help a lot of people out. So I would love to check that out. Monday, though, yeah, scattered showers all across the picture, continuing in our forecast here. So big shout out to our Patreon members that support this channel. Can't stress enough. You guys are fantastic, and you help make these updates possible. Our Super Typhoons listed here, and our Typhoons, they give $6 a month. You guys are legends there. 95W is also a tropical area watching. As I mentioned, I'm going to have a separate video on that. That area kind of tied in with the Tut there towards our north and east, and really one issue I think we're going to have is as we look ahead into the start of July, this area could be out here, and we're going to see a bit of an enhanced southwesterly flow. Now, this is the ECMWF on July 2nd. I want to flip this over to the GFS on July. Well, if it lets me, let me refresh the page here. Let's flip this over to GFS on July 2nd. It actually shows a full-on typhoon nearing Japan over the Izu Islands, coming on shore just around Tokyo. My goodness, that's scary. That is 300 hours out. Highly unlikely, but still possible. But this update for the Philippines, in either scenario, if we had a storm near Okinawa, Tokyo, it would really enhance that southwesterly monsoonal flow for the west coast of the Philippines, creating that flood threat. So, yeah, even if this is not going to have a direct impact, we still want to keep an eye on it for our friends out here in the Philippines, because of that enhanced monsoon and what could result in yet additional days of flooding. So, of course, always going to keep you posted here, my friends. I hope you find these updates useful. Yesterday, I asked nicely if some of you could let me know if you watched all the way to the end, and you did. And that makes me happy inside. That sounds silly to say, but for real, I appreciate it. I appreciate your support. As always, thanks for watching, though. And number one thing, of course, stay safe out there, friends, all right? All right, bye.
Do you hate doing your taxes?
Do you struggle figuring out what the law is and money management overseas?
I wish there was an easier way.
Well, FrontrunnerFinancial.com is your choice if this falls into your category. They're an international based group of American accountants. They're based in Manila and they're qualified to give you the best information where you are for those international finances. I wish I had these guys when I lived in Tokyo. Each year it was a struggle where I needed to put money, what I needed to do. FrontrunnerFinancial.com. Be sure to check them out and let them know we sent them your way.